Hey everybody, welcome back to Build at Home. I'm your host, Brittany Jones Cooper, and today I'm going to be catching up with Erika Girardi from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But before we chat with Erika, I want to remind you guys to visit nokidhungry.org. As of today, 641 million school meals have been missed due to COVID-19 school cancellations. And there's a lot of kids who depend on that food every day. So if you're looking for a way to help, if you want to donate, visit nokidhungry.org. And now I want to switch gears because I am so excited to chat with you about the upcoming season of Real Housewives. But first, I just want to check in with you. So how have the last couple of weeks been?
Hey, they've been remarkably quiet. Everybody's healthy and safe here, so thank you, God, for that.
Mm.
But I was saying to someone that I shot Housewives, and then I went to do Broadway, and then it just kind of all stopped. So it's been quiet, and I got a lot of time on my hands.
What have you been doing with that time?
You know, I would love to say that I've been like writing the most epic stuff or, using it in my best, highest use. I haven't. I mean, I've watched Tiger King and basically eaten everything I could get my hands on. I think I'm doing, what everybody else is.
But you're so busy. I mean, so many of us are so busy. And I personally enjoyed this time, just to kind of be forced to stop and think and kind of take the time for myself. It's been kind of nice.
Well, I mean, I agree with you. And, the weather's never been more beautiful here in Los Angeles. And it is a nice pause for everyone. I mean, I wish that it were under better circumstances, but it is a nice pause for everybody to just kind of take um, note of their entire life and what are we doing? What's happening?
Hmm. Exactly. And you mentioned snacking. I've seen some of the food you like to snack on in the show. What have you been eating?
Well, let's see. I wheat thins, popcorn, peanut butter cups, and those are like the bad stuff.
Only the good stuff. Peanut butter cups are good stuff.
I know, but too many peanut butter cups are a bad thing.
Whatever. Or not now. Anything goes during this time.
I don't know. I mean, I got so tiny on Broadway. I was so thin, and I was just like so excited to continue like my fitness, and now it's like, boop. And I'll be honest with you, I don't want to work out at home. That's the truth. I don't want to do home workouts. I just don't.
I've been doing some really low intensity yoga that I'm counting as a workout.
Yes. Well, hey, I mean, you know what? It's good that you stretch out. I haven't even done that. So,
Well, like you mentioned, you were playing Roxy Hart in Chicago. And tell me just about wrapping that up because you did have to wrap up a few weeks early because of the COVID-19. So just how has it been wrapping that up and having to say goodbye a little soon?
well, I mean, obviously, I would have loved to have finished my run, and
Mm.
I miss Chicago, and I made really nice friends there. The Chicago family is a lovely family. Uh, and so it was, kind of sad to just leave it so unfinished
Yeah.
in a way. But, I can't say enough about my time on Broadway. It was a really special treat for me.
Was it a dream come true?
I mean, I think it's every performer's dream come true, and it certainly is. There's nothing like standing on that stage. You're on Broadway, and there's really nothing that can compare to that.
Yeah, it's so amazing. And in the premiere of The Real Housewives, which I got to check out the first episode,
Yeah, me too. I saw
they
it.
sent me a screener.
Oh, good. Did you
Um,
like it?
I loved it, and I wanted to start first with you taking the girls back to some of your old stomping grounds. You used to be a dancer. You took them back to where you used to dance. Why was it important for them to for you to show them that part of your life? And then also, I just love the trajectory of you're on Broadway and seeing kind of where you started. So why was it important to show just your history in that way?
Well, I moved to New York when I was 18 years old in 1989, right out of high school from Atlanta, my hometown. I needed a job right away, and this, friend of mine who was older, she was go-going in Jersey, and I ended up doing it too. And so I think that it's one of those things. I've written about it in my book, and you know, as a group of friends, you're always revealing yourself a little bit more and more. This was something that I had done. We were in New York, and let's take the girls and show them, kind of how far I've come. And, you go from being a teenager to, being on Broadway at 8 years old. I mean, it's a bizarre story, but it's mine.
It's super cool. And were there any outtakes with the girls in Jersey? What didn't we see on camera?
I mean, just more of the same. I mean, more of the conversation. You know, the one thing I have to say is that the group is very loving and supportive. I mean, we're
Good.
not, you know, nobody was, you know, judgy. I think that, you know, when Lisa says, you know, I couldn't see my daughter doing this, it's, you know, I don't think anybody can see their daughter doing it, you
Hmm.
know, like, but it's just one of those things that happened.
And I love your response to that. I won't give it away, but it is just this very honest dialogue that I really appreciated. And that's sort of the vibe I'm getting from this season, where we left you guys during the reunion. It seemed like the group, as it remained, was in good standing.
Well, the
But
group is
how?
still in good standing.
So that was my question. Now that we're starting the second or this 10th season, what is the vibe like?
Well, I think we are a tight knit group. I mean, obviously, you know, there's one of us, Denise, that's got some conflict, but I think that all things can be repaired. I don't think that, you know, our independent conflicts with Denise are something that can't be fixed. It's really up to her and how she feels.
Yeah. And because you guys wrapped taping so long ago, is it interesting? I mean, just the process of we're just seeing it now, but all of this played out months ago. And for you guys to have to relive it week by week, what is that like for you?
Well, it's interesting because, you know, a lot of times, I mean, you forget small things and parts of stories and, oh yeah, that's right. We went to, you know, we went on this trip and that's right, we had dinner there. So, yeah, it can be a bit of a struggle when you're asked to recall certain things. You know, you're like, but wait, I haven't seen it yet. So which part are we talking about? Yeah.
It's fun for us though, because I remember seeing all the photos from Fashion Week and you guys all walking in Kyle's show. And then, and tomorrow we'll get to see all of that play out, which
Yeah.
is really fun and cool.
What a great moment for Kyle. I mean, she had a beautiful show for Fashion Week. We were all, you know, lucky enough to walk in the show and have a good time. I mean, you know, we're not models, but, you know, we're there. And it was cool of her to stick us in her show. And she's got great designs. So it was a
Beautiful.
fun thing for us.
Yeah. Were there anything happening behind the scenes that didn't make the episode with Fashion Week?
No, Fashion Week was pretty smooth. Fashion
Pretty
Week,
smooth?
that's the beginning. So the beginning is always, you know, unless you're coming off some massive, you know, rift in the group, which we didn't have. So, you know, it was a lot of fun in New York.
Yeah. And in New York, we got to be introduced to the new cast member, Garcelle. For whatever reason, I wanted you to bond. I felt like very invested in you
Oh,
guys
good.
getting along. I don't know
Yeah.
why. And then watching you guys meet and greet for the first time, I felt like the energy was good. So what
It
was your
is.
experience like with Garcelle this season?
I like Garcelle. I think she's very straightforward. She has a great story to tell. She's been in the business a long time as a working actress, a model first. I think she's going to make a great housewife.
Yeah. That's no tea. No.
No, I mean,
No.
no, she does a beautiful job. I mean, you know, but listen, she's gonna, you know, you're gonna see different layers of her too, you know. So based on what we've seen from the beginning, it's great.
Okay. That was nice. You gave us a lot to look forward to. No spoilers there.
No.
No spoilers. And then, of course, we have Teddy who reveals her pregnancy, which we're all aware of the baby. But
I was
your
shocked.
reaction, yes, you were so shocked. Why was that so emotional for you?
Well, I don't know, and that's why I said I don't. I think because I knew how hard it, you know, Teddy had shared how hard it was for her to become pregnant with the first two, and this baby, you know, I think was just like a little magical gift. And so I was kind of blown away by the whole thing. And I think that, you know, it just kind of touched me. I was really excited for her. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very sweet. And for Kyle to share her Fashion Week moment with Teddy too, you could see that this group is really bonded. And you
Sure.
don't always see that in this franchise,
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that we have a really great group of women. And I think that, you know, yes, we have some conflict and yes, but we're going to get past it.
Yeah.
You know, hey,
Yeah.
that shit
You
happens.
mentioned you mentioned the conflict, and yeah, Denise and Brandy are definitely bringing it this season. This whole storyline is so wild. Did it shock you even?
Yes, yes, it did. Because it came out of nowhere for me. Like
Yeah.
you know, listen, we all have our own individual thing with each other. And then the reason that the group isn't involved in the Brandy Denise thing is because Denise didn't just allegedly have this relationship with Brandy. She also said things about us individually to Brandy. So, you know, that's why we're involved. Yeah, I was shocked. It came out of nowhere for me. I wasn't expecting.
Definitely.
Yeah, I was like, really? Oh, well, damn. Okay. I mean,
And how do you decide how much to say or get involved or?
I like to get involved where it pertains to me. Obviously, I have to give my opinion. That's my job, and call it how I see it. I think both women will get a chance to tell their side of the story. I know what I saw, and that's why I have the opinion that I have.
Gotcha. And any thoughts about Lisa Vanderpump this season? Will she ever make an appearance? Is there any talk of her, or is that chapter just closed?
Closed.
Just done.
Yeah, we're living in the present.
Do you think the cast is better for that?
I think it's a different energy. I think that, you saw the episode. I think it looks completely different and fast and all the more better.
I do. We all have our own loyalties in the franchise. So I won't put in my 2 cents, but I think it's I do enjoy the vibe now.
Yeah, I enjoy the vibe. I think it's interesting.
Yeah. So we've got
will enjoy it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So we've got the Denise and Brandy drama. We've got all of that happening. But what else can we look forward to this season? Are there big trips? Other big kind of things we can kind of tease to?
We are going to Rome, and it is beautiful. And it is everything that these trips should be. It's everything that Beverly Hills should be. It's glamorous. It's fun. It's conflict ridden. It's tears. It's laughs. It's a good time. It's fashion. It's food. I mean, Dorit used to live in Italy, so she speaks fluent Italian. I mean, it's cool shit. We're having a good time.
What doesn't Dorit know how to do, man? She's
very resourceful. She's full. I love Dorit. She's a good time. The thing about Dorit is she loves to laugh. She's a very good girl at heart. And she's, Dorit will text me. She's like, I'm so proud of you. I mean, she's a genuine person. Cool. I've enjoyed getting to know Dorit. I've enjoyed getting to know all the ladies, actually. Hey, listen, I think so. I don't have sisters, but I imagine that we, fight a little bit like sisters. So whatever, it's all good.
But that you've shared on this show that this is a group of women that you are really opening up to, and that's a decision you're making because it's not something you really wanted to mess with in the past. Is like being in a group of women like this, So it must be telling of just the dynamic in the women.
I like these women. I think that they're honest and true and with their feelings and how they feel, and they, we all really care about each other.
Absolutely. And so before we go, I have to ask Erika Jayne, what's going on with her?
Erika Jayne had all these plans, man, and that to come home from Broadway, like, woo, and then go do some other stuff. And then the world said, no, I don't think so.
Right.
So, hey, I'm riding out the quarantine like everyone else. And when we reemerge, I will be more than excited to get back to work. That is like, I'm really looking forward to getting up every day and having somewhere to go and something to do.
Girl, you and me both.
Are you so crazy?
I've been chilling, but like day 32 was yesterday, and it kind of started getting me a little bit.
Yeah, it starts to get on you. How much longer are you guys in? For another month?
Yeah, I mean, I'm working from home, so that's a blessing, and I'll be here as long as they tell me to be here. My family's good, everybody's healthy. I've got no complaints. But I do walk really slowly when I go outside just to soak in the time.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you just like soak in the sun and just breathe in the air. I mean, it's really pretty here in LA right now. It's like springtime. So
yeah, we have a lot to be thankful for. We just have to ride this out, right? But at least we're doing it together.
We have a lot to be thankful for.
And we have a lot to keep us entertained. Because the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Enjoy the season. You're going to love it. I think that everybody's going to really have a good time.
Oh, I'm telling you, I watched the first episode and, screeners, they only give me one. And I was like clicking next. Like I wanted more. I cannot wait. Thank you for bringing the entertainment to us every week.
Hey, listen, if we can divert some of this insane shit that's happening, good.
Thank you. Stay safe, stay inside. Next time I interview you, I hope it'll be in person.
Yes. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Erika.
Bye.